Remember, this video was taken after the storm, so the conditions were much worse. And here's the wooden dock created for the handicapped so they could fish from there in their wheelchair. And we're coming up to the boat ramp. This is strictly for kayaks and non-motorized boats. This is the wooden dock, and it takes us to the boat ramp. Let's walk down this boat ramp. Here's the rock wall. And here's the rock wall. That's all you see of it. It's even with the water. Oh, and here's the road, and the boat ramp should be right there. And here what I'm showing you is you'll see the water from the street will go down through here around the cone, will hit this rock wall, and then go around to the lowest point, which is this, which you will not see once the floods come. Let's take a look. So here's the water, hits the wall, and then comes right down, even with the river. It comes all the way from the street, and you could imagine while it's raining, this is like a river. And here's a view from the top, from the parking lot going down to the river. And here you're looking at the metal dock. The water will be right up to it. You'll see the rocks protecting the dock from the waves. And look how clear the water is in normal river conditions. This is the same view looking down from the metal dock. You see that big tree? You know how it got there? River current. Can you imagine the force of the river? And if you look up ahead there, you see the tree limbs, how high they are above the water. Now let's take a look. And here's the metal dock. The water was just about touching it. The rocks are just about gone. Let's take a look down. You'll see up ahead the tree limbs. Well, of course, you don't see that big tree. But look at the tree limbs. They're in the water. And you see that current? Look how brown that water is. And this is how that big tree got here. It was carried down by this fast-moving water. And it was lodged on the dock. Very dangerous conditions. Very few people venture out in a boat, but they do. What you're looking at is an overflow grate drain for the pond up above, which cannot handle all the water when we have heavy rains. So the water is forced to go down this way. They put rocks here to stop soil erosion, but the water flow goes through there and also out onto the street. And then it's supposed to go in here, but this still cannot handle all the water flow. So it finally winds up in this grate. So what you're looking at is the stream, normal stream, from the pond all the way down to that first grade. And this is the flood condition. This is the less grade that you see all the way out on the street. You want to see where the water's coming from? We're getting closer. Of course, I have the wrong shoes on for this. Here's the street. Let's take a look where it's coming from. You will never appreciate the strength of the water unless you stand in it in these conditions. How it kicks your feet from out under you